Hello, good to see you all. You just saw the tip of Bucky's tail. He says hello to you as well. Namaste. All right, we're going to start somewhat vigorously. So hope you're a little bit warmed up. Maybe shake it out a little bit. Sometimes just doing this can be nice. So I thought we'd do a nice flow that's semi-aerobic and then tone it down. And we'll come into our bliss by the end of the practice. We'll see, huh? Anyway, we still have to center wherever we are, wherever we've been. And let's come into some robin's flow so our breath can match our movements, guide our movements even. Pressing through the feet, coming into prayer pose. If you draw your elbows a little lower, you can press. Inhale, open up to an upper back bend and exhale. Lower down. Use ujjayi or make your breath silent. Inhale. Whatever enables you to feel that power of the breath. And where you feel you can manage it well. All right, we're going to start with some shoulder rolls. Now as you do that, you can feel yourself press into the feet and grow. Now we're going to add elbows in circles. Stay with the elbows or add your full arms. And this involves a pretty good twist here. Then take your arms up and really pick some fruit here. And then a nice flow of side bends. So we're really feeling the elongation without the shoulders lifting up. And we'll look right and left. And draw circles with the nose. Change the circle's direction. And come into robin's flow. Press through the feet. And exhale up. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, you don't have to move. I am just for the sake of showing alignment. Leaning back. Exhale, lift the right leg. And begin to straighten. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten, or you can do it the other way. Exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten. Feel yourself with the lifted chest. No rounding in the back. We're using core and back muscles. Probably feeling it in the thigh as well, right? And we'll lower that down and do the other side. What a way to start, huh? Working. Breathing. Yeah. Maybe you like to try both. You can hold on to the pod if you want. Or you can make it an active boat, riding the waves. Make sure you don't let that lower back come into any kind of lordotic deep back bend thing. And we'll come out of that and we'll roll around on the sit bones. And we'll do a nice robin's flow. And once again, rolling the shoulders. You can just do rolling the shoulders if you want. If you want to add the elbows, you can. You can feel that lengthening in the side body. Feel that core lifting back and up below the belly button, right? And add windmill. Bring the hands to prayer pose. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twisting to the right and left. We got a lot of twists going on here. Now let's just open up at the diagonal. And we'll open up at the other diagonal. And we'll do that again, just opening it up. And then we're taking the feet apart, come into that diagonal again. And then as if you're holding a big beach ball, and we'll twist to the left. Inhale, back up. We're going to do that a couple more times. Twisting to the left. Press through the feet, evenly through the feet. Balls of the feet and the heels. And then we'll switch sides. Feel that core working for you. Make your beach ball. You got hold of your big beach ball. And you twist to the right. Keep those knees nice and open. Feel that core working for you. Breathing. You might feel this in your upper back that you're working hard there. Don't let it be the strongest part that's working though. Let everything else be helping as well. Inhale, fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, fold, and now just flow into our lunar movements here. And exhale, lower the arms down, bring the feet back in, and just shimmy a little bit. Okay, now bring the arms together, hands clasped, and we're just going to go side to side here. And then to make it a little easier, it's actually easier lifting up the legs. Now, if the legs don't lift, they just go out front, right? So here we go. Find your breath pattern that goes with this. You might have a slow breath in which several movements go into one inhalation or one exhalation. All right, now we can enlarge that, so you decide what you want to do, whether you want to do what you've been doing or lift the arms up and then really cut through. Now this is not rounding, this is keeping your core intact and your alignment as if you're in Tadasana. All right, so I'm crossing my left leg, each leg closer, over to this. I'm closing the hips, what I'm doing from the front of the hip. Okay, beginning to feel that in your shoulders maybe. I'm not really lifting the shoulders up high. Now this is pretty aerobic, but I think if you're calm and you use your breath wisely, you can think it as very yoga related. All right, we'll leave that flow, give a little shimmy, and do a robin's flow. Breathe here. And now let's come into our nice pushing that we do. Once again, now let's also take that upward. So we're going to push to the right, push up to the sky, and push to the left. Push up to the sky, and push to the right. So we're still in aerobic mode, but if you're doing it slow enough in your mind's eye, so you feel good about your alignment and your breathing, go for it. So keep doing that, but we can add a little bit of movement with the legs. Going to the left, lifting up, and going to the right. You see how the legs are doing? Going to the left, and going, yeah, to the right. I think I said that backwards. Yeah, so this is good for our shoulders, right? And our arms, getting them in the ball game, right? Now you can stand and do that too. Lift, lift, to the left, to the right, When you're forming a breathing pattern, it's kind of fun to do it that way. All right, let's come to the pod. We'll do a robin's flow. Now we're coming to plank. I'm going to deliberately lower the fingers down towards the ground and then even up towards the wrists. Yeah. Inhale, extend the right foot forward. Exhale, take the right leg out to the side. Coming into nice Parigasana. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, back up. Exhale, take it to warrior B and take your gaze over your left hand. Anybody who wants to come off the pod can come off the pod. Exhale, right arm lowers. Inhale, exalted. Exhale, finding Parsvakonasana. Those of you off the pod can come into Trikonasana. Triangle pose. Inhale to rise up, and we return to Tadasana, Robin's Flow. Inhale, extend the left leg forward. Take the left leg out to the side. Make sure your sit bones are even on the pod. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, rise up, use your core. If you have any back issues, you just take that arm down and rise up, and it makes it a little safer. Arms to a T. Here we are in Warrior B. Stay right there or come off the pod. Remember, though, that both hip points are forward, right? You feel rooted in with the feet, whether you're sitting or not. Exhale, left arm down. Inhale, two exalted. Exhale, making our way to Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. And then the option is having Trikonasana for those who are off the pod. If you're on the pod, you're still in side angle pose, right? Inhale to rise up, and we come into Tadasana, and we do a Robin's Flow. Stay right where you are. I'm changing my position just a little bit. Lean back, and let's do some bicycling. I think of this as pressing forward rather than that, because that just feels a little, well, it's okay. But I feel more managed with my breath when I just press the balls of the feet forward. Working that core today, wouldn't you say? Breathing deeply. And then we return to Tadasana. Take a nice deep breath here. And exhale. Take the feet apart, and we're going to come into the half lift. Crown of the head forward. Now you might be able to bring the body parallel to the ground. Doesn't matter whether you do or not. Although once you find where you're supposed to be, it can feel really great wherever you are. And then take it all the way down, nice and slowly. And put your fingertips on the ground, hands on your feet, hands around the ankles. Now just let the head be loosey-goosey. And then bring the fingertips, and if you have, I should have told you ahead of time, but if you wanted to use books or blocks here, you can. Just come into a nice twist here. We've done so many. We're in good shape to do so. And then, of course, you off the pod. We've done this a number of times where we just do it from here as well. But this one feels so good in the hamstrings that it's nice to rest here before we go ahead and try the twist. And, of course, you bring your hands a little further forward. Everybody meet in Tadasana. Robin's Flow. Shoulder roll. Come into windmill once again. Just a couple times. And then bring the fingertips to the shoulders. Exhale, elbows kiss. Inhale, draw the elbows up. Do a nice circle and come back down again. let them kiss, rise up, take them behind you and down. We'll do it again, kissing, lifting up and around and down. And now take the arms up, palms facing towards the back, and then try to keep the elbows close to the head as possible. Walk your hand down the shoulders as much as you can, or your upper back. And you can do a little assisting to feel a nice stretch in the triceps. Yeah. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower everything down and do a little shimmy. Let's come into Balasana for a moment. You can just hang here if you want. If you want to do an inversion, again, you can. And breathe. See if you can feel the back moving as you breathe. Excuse me. And we'll roll up one vertebra at a time. And we'll do a Robin's Flow. And I need a drink of water. I'll be right back. I promise you it won't take long. I'll bring it with me. Whoops, I thought I was going to bring it with me. Here we go. You know, it's always good to have a water break. Inhale, extend the right foot forward. Take that heel down to the ground, be even on the sit bones. And let's get us a really nice hamstring stretch again. You can have your hands at the sacrum. You can have your hands on the hips with the elbows back. You can clasp. Think flat back all the way through until you just want to roll it out. And then inhale back. Exhale, ankle to above the left knee. And fold. Inhale to rise up for Robin's Flow. Inhale, extend the left leg forward. Enjoy your hamstring stretch. Lifted upper chest. Nothing caved in about it, right? So your drishti is forward. Otherwise, you can scrunch up the back of the neck, which is not necessary and not necessarily helpful in any way either. Take this as deeply as you want to go. I check my bobblehead here, and then round it out if you want. Inhale, rising up, and this time we're bringing left ankle to knee, unless, of course, which I didn't say before, you can do pinky toe to pinky toe. That's good too. Breathe here and fold. Inhale to rise up. We'll do a Robin's Flow. We're going to take your tush a little to the left, so your left hip is a little free, and put it in Parigasana position, but feel tall, so your right sit bone is very much your foundation right now. And then we're going to lean so you can lift that left leg up. You can even send your left arm up if you want. The left leg doesn't rise up, it doesn't matter as long as you're feeling it. I'm really feeling it right now. Breathe and exhale out of the pose. Inhale, come back to it again, or if you want to try it, Ardha Chandrasana from the pod and your foot on the ground, you can do it that way. And then if you're a practiced yogi, you can bring your hand all the way to the ground and lift up. Today I'm using fingertips. Another day I'll use my hand. Straighten the right leg. And then everybody make their way back to Tadasana and do a Robin's Flow. and then scoot to the right so you free up that right hip a little bit, but you still feel very strong in the left sit bone, and you still manage to have that good alignment. And then you just go to the side, and we take the right leg out. If you want to start in regular Parigasana to get yourself set up, please feel free to do that. And then make a motion to lift that right leg. Remember, you're not rotating it outward. It is in neutral, basically. And then you can lift the right arm up if you want. Breathing deeply. And then you'll come back and you'll do it again, or come off the pod and try it with one leg standing on the ground. Either way, you work it out. I think on the pod is actually the hardest. Breathe deeply. And then if you're a practiced yogi on the mat, you can try it on the mat. Trying to open it up as much as you can. Whoops. Yes, even your instructor can lose her balance. And then we'll all meet in Tadasana, right? Good. Robin's Flow. We'll take the legs apart, nice and wide. Reach to the right. Reach to the left. So go back and forth a few times. And then pivot to the left so you can come into the lunge pose. Now you can take that leg nice and far back, or you can even come off the pod, right? And we'll come into the lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the left arm down, side bend to the left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, hands to prayer pose. You can twist to the left. Anybody who wants to fold forward with the elbow on the outside of the knee can. And then everyone, let's come into runner stretch. If people on the mat want to bring the right arm down, you can do that. Now let's all return to whatever the high lunge is for you right now. Breathe. Let's do one ratio breath. Let's inhale to 4 and exhale to 8. Ready? Puff out the air first. Here we go. And then when you're ready, lower your arms down and come to Tadasana. Inhale, sweeping up, and Robin's Flow. Take the feet apart again, and we're going to go right and left again. Use your breath. And now everybody, we're going to go to the right. And you can stay on the pod here, or you can come off the pod. Everybody's in the high lunge. That back leg does not have to be straight, but you have an intention to have it go in that direction. And once it's straight, you have an intention of drawing the heel down to the ground. Exhale, lower the right arm down, come into side bend. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hands to prayer pose. Twist to the left. And for those who want to, you can fold forward and have that elbow maybe touching the knee on the other side. And then there's the option to come into everybody into runner stretch. Keep that left heel towards the ground. And then anyone who wants to do twist, if you're off the pod, you can do that. And we'll return to Tadasana. Good job. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, hands to prayer pose, opening up and lowering down. take a moment to center. I'm going to take another little drink here. Maybe you felt your heart rate go a little more. Let's go back to the right. Come into the high lunge again. And let's do ratio breathing once more. Let's do the 4 and 8 version, unless you want to do 3 to 6 or whatever. Anyway, you can puff the air out first, and then inhale. And we'll return to Tadasana, and we're going to do that one more time. Puff out the air, and then inhale. Exhale. Good. Now just let the breathing be. You don't have to even focus on it right now, other than just watching what happens to it. And then we'll come into one robin's breath, sun salute. And I think that'll be it for today, or for now. Maybe you're going to go do another yoga practice, which is fine. Keep in touch with me. Tell me what you like or don't like, or suggestions you have. Here we go. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, extend the right foot forward and come into Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Feel that long line. Exhale, reach. Inhale to plank pose. Do some flexions. Then spread the toes and point. Inhale to the back bend. Maybe you were exhaling here, that's fine. Find your downward facing dog. And now you're either deliberately putting your arms here or having the arms by the ears. Don't let it be anywhere in between. It's either this or arms by the ears. Now you can also bend your elbows. Yeah. Inhale to rise up, and let's go to the right. Come into the high lunge again. Deepen the pose and take 5 deep breaths. Now, if you'd like a challenge while you're doing this, you could exhale lower, inhale up. Exhale lower, inhale up. Exhale, bending the knees. Inhale, lower, or coming back up. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's come back to Tadasana. Before we do the other side of the sun salute with that little added thing with the knee bend, go ahead and do Hulasana. Loosen up that lower back. Yeah. Okay, let's do the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, extend the left leg forward. Inhale, lengthen here. And exhale, reach. Inhale to plank. Exhale, spread the toes and point. And we find our back bend here. Exhale, you know what down dog is. It's an L-shaped pose, right? Either here or here. And in fact, that makes a nice vinyasa. We could go here, elbows bent, arms up. Yeah, I like that. That's very nice. Okay, now let's go to do our high lunge on the other side. On or off the pod, right? And we're going to take some nice deep breaths here. For those of you who want to do the bent knee thing, you can. Where it's exhale to bend, inhale back up. Exhale to bend and inhale back up. And we'll come out of the pose and find our way back to Tadasana. Be mindful of the lower back. Good. All right, let's do a robin's flow, shall we? Some tiny shoulder rolls. Back of the hands to the thighs. Look right and left. How about ear to shoulder? You can place your right hand on your left ear. You can bring your left hand to the left shoulder. Breathe. Now you're energized in the torso, but feeling relaxed in that left side of the neck, right? And now go the other direction. You don't have to do this stuff with the arms, of course. Feel energized in the torso, relaxed in the neck area. And return to Tadasana, a little larger shoulder roll. Robin's flow. Bucky, you want to come here? Here, Bucky. Come meet everybody. Come over here. Here comes Buck. He's going to come and say hello and actually just sit tall for a moment. He's doing a nice Tadasana there. Yeah, he says, hello, everyone. Okay, thanks so much for having this practice. I thought we had a nice kind of semi-aerobic flow here. That means your Shavasana might just really be restful. When I'm really energized and have worked hard, then come into Shavasana always feels good. Okay, y'all. Namaste. Enjoy Shavasana for as long as you like.